Hello and welcome back everyone to Sher Khan Education. My name is Behzad and today we are going to discuss a very unique topic with respect to a trader's luck. I'm going to compare those two stocks and share and discuss it with you. And these two stocks are obviously being discussed in our XLT classes earlier this month on 1st March. And my main focus would be on TCS. It's going to be a WIT trade setup versus Nykaa. And both of the trades have worked phenomenally well in our favor. So why am I saying this as a trader's luck? Is because जब मैं compare करने वाला हूँ, and you can see a smile on my face, how lucky I was and how unlucky I am with respect to both of these two stocks. That's what exactly I'm going to discuss as far as TCS versus Nykaa, both of them are concerned. तो चलिए पहले हम टीसीएस पे एक बार गौर फरमाते हैं. Just going to focus exactly what happened with TCS on the first March on our XLT classes. So the first half of the video, I'm going to just give you a brief glance as to exactly what has happened with our TCS and what was the basic discussion for TCS. So let's start on with TCS. Obviously, it's a weekly income setup. The week looks very good. Chart looks very good. Higher bottoms, and of course, it's an equilibrium status. Now, on 1st March, so I'm just going to hide a little bit of candles. It's this was the present status of my TCS. And just on comparison with Nasdaq charts and the Nifty IT chart, which was a little bit overbought, I would say, we wanted a little bit of correction. So अगर correction आता है तो stock फिर से हमारे favor में जाना चाहिए. So that was our basic understanding. So in equilibrium status on 1st March, which means I'm just going to concentrate on this candle. We were in sideways mode. Nothing great about it. It was moving pretty much sideways since past many months now. And our execution would have been on 125 minutes. Okay, somewhat over here like this. So this was our understanding as far as TCS is concerned. And we wanted to take an execution onto this particular level of my drop base rally setup over here. So in the next part of my video, when I'm going to show you and explain you exactly what happened on my 1st March XLT class, तो वहां पर आपको समझ में आ जाएगा what is the rationale and the reason behind choosing of my drop base rally setup or my weekly income trade setup. Okay, so just have a look at the video and the explanation would be very clear. Let's see TCS. It's a WIT setup, a type 3 entry in for TCS. Okay. How do you see TCS on the weekly charts? How do you see this? TCS on the weekly charts. Do you like it or you don't like it? What is it? Trying to consolidate after an up move. It's just a matter of time that this high would be taken out. Yeah, it's a brilliant higher high and a higher bottom sort of a formation that is being shown over here. So the location really looks as if you are bullish and in equilibrium. Ekdam perfect hai. Too good hai. There's nothing wrong with it. So this looks good. Let's say on the daily chart, it's just a matter of time. We need some more confirmations to pass out this phase. Okay. And this is a phase that we are talking about. But overall, ये तो bullish ही लग रहा है, काफी अच्छा लग रहा है. So buy from all the tips should be the recommendation over here. And that's why I want to go with confirmation entry in location equilibrium. So confirmation entry on for 125 minutes time frame. Here we go. This is the bend I'm talking about. This is the U-turn that I'm talking about over here. A drop, base, and a gap of activity. That's it. Okay, so you heard on my explanation exactly हमने इस trade को plan किया था. So let us understand and let us clearly see exactly कि trade ने exactly किया क्या है. Okay, so our explanation with that of location, trend, execution, everything was perfect. And now let's watch it out कि trade किस प्रकार से हमारे favor में गया है या नहीं गया. So this is the exact level of my drop base rallies. And if you see this on the splash screen also that we have explained in our education call, it's a perfect confirmation setup, which means I want to match my understanding where am I exactly supposed to plan my stop loss. Okay, confirmations का ये मतलब है कि क्या मेरा demand zone मेरे favor में work करेगा या नहीं करेगा. Okay, so let's see this, what exactly has happened to the trade. And at the first glance, if you see this particular setup, if you're a limit trader, if you're a type 1 sort of a perfect trader, आपको entry यहाँ पे मिल रहा है. But the trade is not about limit entry, it's about confirmation entry because you're not sure because of the sideways movement since past many weeks or many months now, more than 2 months now. क्या ये मेरा gap level चलेगा या नहीं चलेगा? That's your major question. So you're not sure whether this level will work or not. However, once the price starts to leave the zone in your favor, which means there is power in the zone, which means the trade is going to work in my favor. So let's see this. Is the trade left the zone? Yeah, that trade is left the zone, which means now the trade is open. Okay, now the trade is open. So now the real challenge starts. The rally will continue or it will not continue. Or because of this sideways structure, am I going to get stopped out or am I going to get trapped? So this special video, what I'm going to focus on TCS as well as Nykaa right now is with respect to the luck factor and the smartness, exactly where am I supposed to place my stop losses. Let's have a look at this, exactly what has happened. My stop loss is going to be 3978.5 on closing basis, which means the candle अगर इसके नीचे close होता है 125 minutes का, अगर इसके नीचे close होता है, I will accept that trade as if I'm stopped. So let's have a look at it, or whether I've placed my stop loss in the right way or not, or whether I was lucky. Let's have a look at it. The trade actually gave me a closing of 3979. Look at the top of the screen over here on my mouse pointer. It gave me a closing of 3979, which means it just closed 50 paisa above my stop loss line. 50 paisa. That was stock like TCS, which is commanding a value of more than 4,000. 50 पैसा कोई बड़ी बात नहीं होती है. हालांकि ये तो एक मेरा गुड लक है. Likewise, so many times you must have been in on the other side of the trade. So many times the trade must have missed, bad luck, stopped out. I was fortunate in this trade, very fortunate in this trade, saved by just 50 paisa. Okay, however, ideally what I should have done is, if you would have seen multiple times the stock taking support over here, very simple. I could have placed my stop loss a little bit lower than these areas, or to be honest, I should have placed my stop loss below this area, below this multiple support levels. Now these are acting as trap levels. Okay, ideally एक smart trader को जब confirmation के लिए वो rely कर रहा है, तो ये चीज यहां पर नीचे होनी चाहिए ideally on closing basis. Okay, and when you're trying to take a good green candle, you can jump into the stock. The only disadvantage over here is you are unsure कि आपको इतनी बड़ी rally मिलेगी या नहीं मिलेगी. That's the only 50-50 sort of an or unseen sort of a situation over here. However, I was lucky enough to hit this trade very much smartly somewhat over here. I got saved by 50 paisa, of course, and the target was rallied up in a matter of few hours, and we got a 3:1 trade. So onto this example, I was very fortunate. Having said that, let's look at the same understanding with respect to the Nykaa on 1st March, the same trade, same date itself, but this was a daily income setup as far as Nykaa is concerned. So if I open up the chart for Nykaa very quickly, okay, and this was the date at which we have explained onto 1st March, of course. The candle, the confirmations and everything was absolutely okay. There was no such problem. You were in equilibrium status, but you started to make a higher bottom on the location chart and you were betting on this small green candle as such. हालांकि ट्रेंड भी इतना कुछ अप ट्रेंड नहीं है, साइडवेज ही है. So when I look at on my 15 minutes time frame, exactly this is the level that I have planned for Nykaa over here. Okay, this is the level. Having said that, if you see this, I've already explained it in my classes. I am very much unfortunate to miss out on that trade by, if you see the low, it's 154.15, which means 15 पैसे से ये स्टॉक को मैंने मिस कर दिया है. अगर आप कहते हैं कि एंट्री 5 पैसा ऊपर रखे, कभी 10 पैसा ऊपर रखे, still you would have missed out on the trade by, let's say, 5 paisa or 10 paisa. So don't be rigid on yourself. The bottom line of discussing this particular topic over here, if you see TCS, I was lucky enough. If you see Nykaa, I was unlucky enough not to fetch my trade. हालांकि दोनों ही 3:1 के टारगेट्स मेरे अचीव हो गए हैं. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. This is just an example. You will be saved. Uh, Sometimes, many times you might miss out on your entries. So that's a part and parcel of your life. It's a journey of a trader's life. It all depends how good your structures are. It all depends exactly how you find out good structures and want to go with the momentum. Okay, so just don't be harsh on yourself. एक ही दिन में ये दोनों क्लासिक एग्जांपल्स मेरे साथ में थे, जिसने एक बार मुझे बचा दिया तो दूसरे में मुझे एंट्री नहीं मिली। So that's all right, I'll just accept. So I hope many such videos help you to be composed and calm and find out good structures on your setups. Don't be harsh on yourself. So that's it, friends. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks a lot, everyone. See you the next time. Take care. Bye-bye.
This should not be treated as a recommendation. Please conduct your own analysis or consult a financial advisor before investing.